Happy Friday, everyone. Welcome to our midday mindfulness. A little virtual sage for all of you. And we'll see who all logs in today. That is smoking, literally. Welcome. Doing a virtual sage cleanse for me and for everyone that's tuning in. Welcome. The sage is like super lit though. I'm gonna sit that over there because it's smoking like majorly. All right, welcome. So every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 12:15, I do a midday mindfulness. And what we do is each day we'll do like a little breath work, a little grounding with just all the chaos and things that are going on with us. This is just a way to like self-check in and just to get grounded and to kind of release some of that energy. So I'll give it just another minute and then we will get started. If you were just logging in, I gave everyone some virtual sage and it's still smoking. It's not smoking as bad as it was before. It was like fully lit, but pun intended. All right. So I always like to start off with some cleansing breaths. So you can be seated, you can lay down, whatever is most comfortable for you. Allow your eyes to close. And just take a moment, kind of observe where you're at today. And I like to do a full body scan. I scan from the crown of the head down into my tips of the toes. And I just notice where I'm feeling. Notice if I'm tight or if I'm sore, if I'm fatigued. And I start to notice where I am, not just physically, but start to notice where you are mentally. If you're feeling a little more emotional today, if you're a little angry, if you're frustrated, whatever it is. But just kind of acknowledge where you're at. And not labeling this feeling as good or as bad, but just really acknowledging where you're at. And then we'll take a couple cleansing breaths to go in. So take a deep inhale through your nose. Exhale it out your mouth. Just let it all go. Inhale again through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Let it go. One last time, deep breath in through your nose. Exhale out your mouth. Let it go. And you may have noticed now that your breath and your mind and your body are starting to build a connection. And you may also have noticed that you feel a little bit better than what you did just a few minutes ago. Welcome. So we're staying in tune with this connection between the mind, the body, and the breath. And we'll start out with just a little bit of wave breathing. Welcome. And the wave breath starts at the lowest part of your belly. So you enter through the nose. Let that expand the low belly. Let that travel through the sides of your waist, through the rib cage, and into your heart. And then on the exhale, just like a wave going back into the ocean, just releases back and down. Inhale again from the lowest part of your belly. Allow that wave breath to move through the sides of your waist, expanding the rib cage, front and back ribs, all the way up into your heart. And this time, see if you can sip in just a little more air, filling up right below your collarbones. Take it up as high as you can. And exhale it out the mouth. Let it go. So take a few more inhales and exhales like that. You can have the exhale come out of the mouth. You can have the exhale come out of the nose. Kind of just depends on where you're at. When you start to get a little more advanced, you can always do the exhales in and out of the nose. but sometimes that physical release of the exhale out of the mouth is very helpful. So practicing this all together, inhale again through the nose. Allow that breath to fill up your low belly, your rib cage, all the way up into your collarbones, and exhale. Let it go back and down. 2 more rounds of breath just like that. Inhale through your nose. Allow the air to go all the way up as high as you can, and exhale. One more time. Inhale through the nose. All the way up, and exhale. And just observe where your breath is at. Go back to your normal breathing. And now we're working with one of my favorite breath techniques, and then we'll move into our mindfulness practice, which is breath of fire. So if you're a Kundalini person, and if you're like, what the heck is Kundalini? It's a type of yoga. But if you're a Kundalini person, you already know breath of fire. You're probably super excited. If you're not a Kundalini person, breath of fire helps build heat within the body. It also helps expel energy that you don't need, or energy that's like pent up. And it's simple exhales out the nose. And you'll see my stomach moves each time I do it. So there's these deep, full exhales, and your body naturally will inhale. It knows what it's doing. You breathe on your own without noticing your breath all the time. But this helps just relieve some of the energy that's within us. So we'll try that a few times, and there's a couple different ways to do it. So the first way to do it is the way I'm teaching you. It's called Kapalabhati breathing, or skull breath, or breath of fire. So you'll start off. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. One more time. No one can see you. The only people that are seeing anyone are you guys watching me. So do this as much as it may seem silly to you. You'll start to notice a difference. So deep breath in. Exhale. Deep inhale. Exhale. Great job, guys. So breath of fire is one of my favorite breathwork techniques to use, especially if you have sinus issues. It's really good to kind of exhale out the nose, cleaning out of your sinuses, and then it helps build up heat in the body and then just release anything that's been inside. So the one more way that you can do breath of fire, which is like kind of the puppy dog version of it, and if your nose is ever stopped up, you can do it like this too. You can stick out your tongue, and you just breathe out the mouth like a dog. Or you can do it out of the nose. But notice how the breath of fire is the same. So it all just kind of depends on which one works best for you. That moves into our mindfulness practice. I know this is going to be mirrored for you guys, but this is one of my favorite Buddhist authors, and it's one of my favorite human beings ever, Thich Nhat Hahn. And he's amazing. And so I'm going to just read just a small passage for our mindfulness practice today. And this one is from a book called You Are Here, which is so important to be aware of right now, because where else are you except for in your house? That's some yoga humor for you. And this is from chapter 4, and it's called Healing Our Wounds and Pain. And it's really short, so you're not getting a full bedtime story here. So here is a practice poem that you can use in everyday life at any time, no matter where you are. In, out, deep, slow, calm, ease, smile, release. And you can recite this no matter what you are doing. While you're driving in your car, which is like the only place that you get to go to is just walking to your car. Before falling asleep, watering your garden or watering your plants, cooking, anywhere in your house that you're allowed to be. You can do this poem, and I'll read it one more time for people that are just joining us. And the poem's really short, and I'll make sure to post it after. It's in, out, deep, slow, calm, ease, smile, release. And that's just a poem to help start to heal our wounds and our pain and heal some of the cabin fever and our frustrations of having to be inside, and just the frustrations, not even having to be inside, but just how much this has affected us as a society. And know that it's going to be okay. It does suck right now. I get it. But I try to look at it from a different perspective. Our environment's getting cleaner. You're learning a lot more about yourself. You're appreciating the little things more. And we will all come out of this together, because this is affecting everyone, rich, poor, famous, political, whoever you are. This is all affecting each and every single one of us. And it helps to bring us all together and realize we're all just human beings. So that is your mindfulness practice today. We'll do just a 1-minute meditation, and it's going to be guided. So you can allow your eyes to close, you can lay on your back, you can be wherever it's comfortable. Let's take a cleansing breath to go in. Deep breath in through the nose. Exhale it out the mouth. Inhale again through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. And just allow yourself to be. Be in this moment. Yep. Didn't mean to switch the camera view. But this is me in my moment. Allowing yourself to just be in this moment. Allowing your eyes to close. Allow yourself to deeply connect within, acknowledging everything that's there. Acknowledging all your feels. Not labeling these feelings as good or as bad, just truly acknowledging where you're at. And once you know where you're at, then start to take this practice a little deeper by allowing yourself just to be. Embracing yourself. Take one last deep breath in through the nose. Exhale it out your mouth. Thank you everybody for tuning in. I'll make sure to have this up on my website later today. If you have any questions or you just need to chat and get all of this out, feel free to send me a message. Have a wonderful day, guys. Namaste.